What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Chef Ed Harris. Today is day 8, and I'm really excited because this one we're talking about 3 ways to test your product to see if it will sell. Let's jump in. With this information, you're about to save time, you're about to save money, and you're about to save your ego. All right, so buckle up and let's get into it. All right, so here are the 3 fastest ways to go about this. One is test the pre-sale idea or the pre-order, right? And the way you do that is you set up a landing page, you set up your Shopify page, your Wix, whatever website, whatever page, landing page access you have, create a pre-order product, right? Make sure you put a really great description, make sure you put a nice mock-up of the product itself, there's AI, so you can create your product, what it's going to look like eventually, right? You can turn that into an actual image, do everything you can to showcase what that product could look like, and then open up for pre-orders. Now, if you don't sell any pre-orders or if you don't get any pre-orders, it could be one of 2 things. One, your product is not necessary, it's not needed in the market, or 2, your description, your information about that product is not convincing enough. And here's the brutal truth. If your product does not sell before you actually have the product, it's not going to magically sell after you have it. All right. So doing that stress test, doing that pre-sale, it's really important to see and to just feel out the market to see if there's actual a need for this, because it's one thing for someone to tell you, oh my God, I love your spices, I love your seasonings. But then when you actually create it and you try to sell it, no one is buying. That's something completely different, right? Because you want to make sure that you're listening to the right people, right? And not everything someone tells you to do, you should do as well. Okay, you have to do the research. And this is what this testing is about. All right. The next one is really, I guess, very familiar because you're watching this on social media. So you already know what content is, right? And number 2 is content testing. So what I mean by that is you want to create content around the seasonings that you're using, right? So create content using it, create content tasting it, cooking with it, everything you possibly can around that seasoning you want to do with your content. And then what you're looking for is how many people are commenting about it, how many people are asking where they can buy it, how many people are saving it, how many people are sharing it, right? If it's crickets, then it's a red flag. But if you have tons of saves, if people are messaging you, they're sneaking into your DMs, right? They're like, yo, I need to get me these. Where can I buy these? I need it ASAP. Then you have a viable product. All right, this is one. This is the doozy. All right, this is the real truth test right here, because this is testing live and in person. This is direct, one-on-one. All right, so you want to go to places like a farmer's market, right? You want to do pop-ups anywhere that you can physically be with your seasonings and spices, and then you ask people to try it. So you make dishes, you make things that you can use your seasonings, and you tell people, here you go, try it. What do you think? Now, in doing this conversation and this back and forth, that's when you ask, is this a seasoning that you would buy? Right? And based on the answers that you get, you'll know immediately. Because at the end of the day, people can lie with their compliments and say, oh, yeah, it's really good, and then walk away. But in actuality, they really don't like it. But if they start buying right there and then you have a product that people want to actually buy, right? Because they will tell you the truth with their wallets, right? So as long as they're buying, you're good to go. So testing is not about feedback as much as it is about behavior. All right. We're not interested in likes as much as we're interested in sales. At the end of the day, the market will tell you faster about your brand and if it's good or not more than your friends will. All right. So think about that and think about when you're asking opinions of people and watching to see who's actually buying from you and who's supporting you in this endeavor. So stop guessing if your product is going to sell or not. You need to test it first, right? Once you test it, then you can prove that it's good to go. And once you can prove that it's good to go, then you can scale. All right. So follow these quick guidelines and tips and you'll be in a much better place to know if this is something that you should launch with or not, or you need to regroup and start over with something better. Until next time, later.